Good afternoon, Shavua Tov, and welcome to the Israel Brief from a very hot Israel as we endure a heat wave with temperatures reaching 40 plus Celsius. And the Israel Brief is proudly brought to you by Lay of the Land, and is a reminder that we bring you the headlines from Israel every Monday to Thursday with me, Rolene Marks, your host. And like it does every day, we take a look at the coronavirus and the latest headlines because it is certainly dominating global media, and Israel is no different. So while it has been reported in the media here that in the last 24 hours, Israel has seen no new infections or no new deaths, which is an extraordinary statistic. We are still taking those very important precautions. So let's take a look at the numbers where we're holding today. And since the start of the global pandemic, we have had 16,621 confirmed cases, 272 fatalities, 57 serious condition, 47 people on ventilators, and 13,014 people have made full recoveries. As a result, we are slowly starting to lift more and more restrictions, and it was announced that we will be moving towards opening restaurants by next week, all keeping with social distancing, hygiene, mask requirements. And while that is happening, we still have not been given the go-ahead to open any houses of worship. That includes synagogues, churches, and mosques. In other news, a court found guilty today extremist Amiran Ben Uliel on 3 counts of murder. Amiran Ben Uliel was a right-winger who was found guilty of murder after he firebombed a home belonging to the Dawabshe family, a Palestinian family, killing 3 of them. The Dawabshe family has said that this is significant justice and they are happy with the verdict. Ultra-right wingers have confirmed it, but in this case, justice has been served. In other big news yesterday, Israel finally, after 3 elections and over 500 days of political turmoil, its new government, its new Knesset. This is quite possibly the most bloated or biggest government to date, with 36 ministers, 16 vice ministers, and in all honesty, there are probably more ministers in the Knesset at the moment than there are people on ventilators. But it wouldn't be Israeli politics without some criticism, and we've heard a lot of that from now opposition leader Yair Lapid of the Yesh Atid party, joined by Yisrael Beiteinu's Avigdor Lieberman, who have both said that they oppose the current government. Also taking his post yesterday is Israel's new foreign minister, Gabi Ashkenazi, and in his inaugural address he mentioned that he supports the Trump peace plan, and Benny Gantz has made the decision that he will not be called vice prime minister, but rather alternative prime minister. He will take office as Israel's next prime minister on the 17th of November 2021. Now, yesterday, very big news broke that China's ambassador to Israel, Du Wei, was found dead in his residence in Herzliya, just north of Tel Aviv. And very shortly afterwards, the paramedics who were on scene ruled that it possibly could have been a heart attack. Now, what is very interesting is we don't have a formal investigation or formal autopsy. In fact, Chinese authorities have said that they won't be sending a team to investigate. Rather, they'll put it down to natural causes. And of course, there's much speculation from people around the world. But Israel also announced earlier today that they will be joining an international probe as to where and how coronavirus started. And this might bring Israel into a little bit of conflict with the Chinese. The Chinese are currently engaged in a diplomatic spat of words with Australia, who are leading this petition. And last week, the U.S.'s Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo, was in the state of Israel on a diplomatic visit. And while we don't know the exact details of the meeting, it has been confirmed that he appealed to Israel to consider their ties with China and firmly side with the USA. So things are certainly hotting up between East and West. Those are your top stories making headlines right here in Israel in this sweltering heatwave. But if you're looking for something to read, look no further than our website. You can read my article all about how WITSO, the Women's International Zionist Organization, has been on the front line in taking care of Israel's vulnerable during this crisis. You can find it at www.layoftheland.online. You can also find it on our Facebook page. And while you're there, give us a like, give us a follow, share our content. And if that's not enough, we also have a YouTube channel, and it really helps to get those subscribers. So simply visit us at the Israel Brief, click on the subscribe button, and you'll be notified every time we update you with the headlines from Israel. So I'm going to take a little bit of a breather inside the refrigerator because that's where it's coolest. But we'll meet again this time tomorrow, and I'm Rolene Marks with the Israel Brief.